What is going on, you guys? It is Hawaiian Blur here. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about that Avengers Doomsday announcement. Holy crap, guys. So many names popped up during this casting announcement for Avengers Doomsday, which I think it's coming out in 2026. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's in production now. They're going to start filming here in the next, probably this summer. I know Spider-Man 4 started filming. Rumor is that Spider-Man 4 is going to be taking place either right before or at the same time as Doomsday. So we'll see. But let's go ahead and watch this video. Marvel had a live stream on Wednesday, and it's a very long live stream. But there were chairs, there were names, and there were angry people. So bear with me as we talk about who was cast, who our thoughts about what it means, and then what it all means leading into Secret Wars, which is going to be the part 2. We had Avengers Infinity War, and then we had Endgame, and they were together. So this one is Doomsday and then Secret Wars. So but if you're new here, hit the like button, subscribe, share with a friend. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay. Here we go. We got Chris Hemsworth, Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Letitia Wright, Paul Rudd, Wyatt Russell, Tanaka Huerta Mejia, I don't know how to say his name, Evan Moss Backrack, cousin, Simi Liu, Lawrence Pugh, Kelsey Grammer, that was a big name, Louis Pullman, Danny Ramirez, Joseph Quinn, got the Fantastic Four coming in, David Harbour, Thunderbolts, Winston Duke, Mbaku, Anna John Kamen, Tom Hiddleston, guys. Then we got Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, X-Men music, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine, James Marsden, Channing freaking Tatum, Pedro Pascal, and then the man, the myth, the legend himself, Robert Downey Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, the chills. The chills. Absolute chills. Now, we are months away from this movie coming out, and lots to discuss, lots to absorb, but I think the key things that we noticed as fans were there were some names missing. Some names that, were very, invested in for Avengers Doomsday. Now, I'm going to pull up something just for me to look at and for you guys to see. But so here's the cast right here. Wrong one. Okay. Yeah. So we have some OG Avengers, we have the last remaining Avengers here. We also have Fantastic Four coming in. We have the Thunderbolts coming in. And then we have X-Men coming in. What does it all mean? Especially Beast we saw at the end of the Marvels. But the fact that we have Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine, James Marsden, Channing Tatum, they are X-Men as well. What does it mean? What does it all mean? Now, let me tell you what I think it means. And you guys will have to correct me or let me know if you guys think I'm on, the right track with things. But hear me out. Hear me out. So, Doomsday is all about Doom. And he's a master manipulator. He isn't super powerful in the sense of like cosmically powerful, but he is power. He has power. But he's a manipulator. He's a master manipulator and he's smart. He's almost as smart as Reed Richards. Now, why would there be X-Men? Why do we have all these characters from the other Marvel movies? And why do we have Fantastic Four? The whole point of Secret Wars is there's an incursion event, which at the end of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, they basically tell you like, hey, what you traveling through the multiverse caused an incursion. Now, it doesn't it isn't just like one thing that causes an incursion. It has to be a multiple things that happen leading up to the incursion happening or forcing the incursion to happen. And I think what Doctor Strange did was the final tipping point for it to start. And it doesn't happen right away, but eventually the Earths, these two Earths are going to collide. Or it could be three. It's usually two. So here's where the X-Men and all of this stuff comes into place. So theory right now is that at the end of Fantastic Four, which is coming out this summer, we have Thunderbolts in May, and then Fantastic Four this July. At the end of Fantastic Four, the theory is that they are going to lose against Galactus, and they're going to have to transport themselves from one Earth to another Earth. Which Earth is that going to be? We don't know. I have a theory that they're not going to make it. I think Doom is going to pluck them from the time stream and put them in a little frozen area, like just out of time. TVA, maybe. Next, I think the two Earths that are going to be colliding are essentially going to be Deadpool's Earth and MCU Earth. And why do I think that? Well, Deadpool and Wolverine just happened. They just saved their Earth from their anchor being dying. They revitalized it in the timeline. There's been a lot of confusion with the X-Men universe right now. Like, because we saw Deadpool hop over, and timeline-wise, like, I watched a video recently from New Rockstars, and it helped me understand the timing of everything. Because Logan takes place in 2029 or 2030. Deadpool Wolverine takes place in 2024. Current MCU takes place in 2026. They're always at least a year or two ahead of us and of our actual time. So, all that being said, the Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, like those characters, Professor Xavier, Magneto, Nightcrawler, Mystique, Cyclops, those characters are the ones that we know from the Fox universe. They're the ones that we essentially grew up with. Like almost pretty certain that's what it's going to be. Beast, Kelsey Grammer's Beast, I think he is the same Beast that we knew. I think that in between Days of Future Past and Logan, there's like we're going to be basically seeing what happens between Logan, like Days of Future Past and Logan. I've always thought that Logan took place outside of the timeline. Like it was a separate thing. But because of Deadpool and Wolverine, we find out that it's actually all the same time. It's all the same Earth. So, what do I think is happening? I think Doom is going to manipulate the X-Men and the Avengers to fight. They're trying to see who's the best. And then whoever's the best, pluck, 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 pluck. Welcome to my world. Secret Wars. Secret Wars. Typically, it's the Beyonder. The Beyonder creates a battle world for these heroes to fight on. But Doctor Doom is going to be our Beyonder in this, or at least he's going to take the Beyonder's powers and make battle world, make a world in his vision, and he's going to have the heroes and villains that he feels would be best in his world. So to end the video, a lot of these characters are probably going to die, most likely. I'm hoping Channing, like my boy Channing Tatum, he was my favorite, my absolute favorite character from X-Men, Deadpool and Wolverine. So I need my boy. I need him to survive. Who else do I think is going to be in this? I think Spider-Man's going to be in it. I just don't think he's a forefront character. Spider-Man is usually like center point in Secret Wars. He's most likely going to get the symbiote suit. The black suit Spider-Man is going to pop up in Secret Wars. I also think we're going to be seeing some other old characters. I think potentially we could see Blade show up again, Wesley Snipes. I actually think Nicolas Cage is going to show up. I think we're going to see his Ghost Rider show up. Potentially maybe even see some Fantastic Four people from the original Fantastic Four series. Just because I've noticed like Jessica Alba's been taking more of an interest because she's friends with one of the actors in the movies. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. Who do you guys want to see show up? Obviously, I think like the obvious two that people want are Toby and Andrew, and I could see them. I could see that happening. We might even get like a confirmation of what Earth, like what's going on their Earth, things like that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Would love to hear who you were excited to show up in this movie. I do think Tom Holland is going to be in the movie. I just don't think he's going to be center focus. I think he is going to be in it here and there leading into Secret Wars. I think there are going to be heroes that perish and or get put away in like the TVA, like frozen in time or like out of time. And then Spider-Man, and he's going to lead heroes to save those heroes and beat Doom and save their Earth. And it's going to typically at the end of Secret Wars, there's a new Earth. Reed Richards or somebody with high intelligence usually reforms the Earth again, but instead keeps everybody there to just make them happy. And I think that's how we'll get X-Men, Avengers, and all of like the Fantastic Four. Like I think that's how we'll get all of them on one Earth. But anyways, catch you guys in the next one. Mahalo. Peace out.